Tracking you in the front. It's not your baby. It's not mine. Thank you, though. All right. Missing 2 sets of pencils down and eyes tracking to me. I don't want you to miss this. Stay corrected. Pencil down. Okay. So, I know that we have not been doing partner practice when it says partner practice. Well, today is the day that we're going to start that. The reason I know that Janava's not going to miss one of these directions because her pencil's down, her eyes are trying to be right to me. I know Angelique is going to rock this partner practice. The reason is that partner practice is extremely important. It's an important opportunity for you to be able to teach somebody something and to learn from somebody. But in order to do that, it requires a lot of practice. Group work is really hard. You may sign a cosign if you've ever worked in a group and it did not necessarily go exactly the way that you wanted it to go. But give me another sign cosign if you like being able to work with other people and teach people things. Excellent, hands down. So that's why we're going to make this balance precious of being able to work in a group so we can teach. So we can teach and learn from others. So here's how that's going to work. At this point, if your pencil's up, it's just one for directions because you're holding up the whole team from getting to where we need to go. Okay. So what we're going to do for partner practice is called RallyCoach. It's called RallyCoach. Here's how it works. Just like turn and talk, you'll turn your shoulders and give eye contact to your partner. We'll practice that in a second. We'll also want to greet our partner because we're going to talk to our partner for a while, right? Anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, that's a long time. So before I like to work with somebody, like when I work with Mr. Path, I don't just go up to her and say, okay, so let's talk about blah, blah, blah. No, I say, hi, Mr. Path, how are you doing? And she says, good, how are you? Yeah, exactly. So she says that back to me, right? I put her on the spot, that's why. So the first thing we're going to do when we try to talk to our partner is we're going to say, hi, how are you? And I say, I'm all right, how are you? You don't have to say you're great every time. You may not be great. But it's also not the time to give your full life story, right? So you can say like, I've been better, but it's all right. And then you're going to move on. So we're going to practice just that part. When I say turn, no pencils in hand, no writing. You're going to turn your shoulder. Window partner is going to start first, Felicity, and they're going to say, hi, how are you? And wall partner is going to answer. Once you're done, you'll turn back to me. That will be super fast. Turn. Rise. David's group is done and eyes are to me. David's group is done and eyes are to me. Go ahead. Professional with Chris, his voice was off and eyes were right to me. Missing 2. Okay. So the thing about that is I saw us turn right away to our partners and start talking. Make sure that's happening to every group. The thing that we need to work on is that should take a very short amount of time. Okay? Now we're going to get into, Jada, exactly how partner practice looks. In RallyCoach, there will be one person who is the brain and one person who is the hand, something that you've heard about before, potentially, maybe not. Here's what that means in my classroom. If you are the brain, you are talking and you are explaining the problem. If you are the hand, you are writing. So if you are the brain, are you writing? Yes or no? No. You're not writing. Why do you think I asked the brain to not write? Why do you think I have the brain not do any writing during that time? Track said Jada, she's on your right side. Akila's tracking, Janava's tracking, missing 2. Go. Tay in one direction, sit up and track. Sit up.
You told the brain not to write because
what do you want the brain to concentrate on?
the problem.
Exactly, explaining the problem. Okay? When somebody's writing, it's hard to explain. So the brain will not write. The hand is going to write. Okay? So, let me give you an example. Let's say that I am the brain and Rodney is the hand. So Rodney will pick up his pencil. Go ahead, Rodney. Jada, you have on productions, place your pencil down and make that clear. Rodney's going to pick up his pencil. And I'm going to say, Rodney, for the first one, you need to write underneath, that's 3 groups of -4. Write that down now. So Rodney's going to write that down. Then, Jerome, I'm going to say, okay, so now I want you to start at 0, and I want you to make 3 jumps, each of -4. And that's what he's going to do. What? One for directions, pencil down. When he's done, then we're going to switch. So that means that Rodney's pencil would go down, and my pencil would be in my hand. Okay? So, who can remind me what's the first thing that happens when I say turn to your partner for RallyCoach? Ooh, 1, 2, 3. This is why I'm reviewing it. Partner practice is super important to me. I want to make sure we are learning from this and getting to teach others. Leslin.
You say how are you?
Exactly. You greet your partner. How are you doing? Okay? Then, who should have a pencil in their hand? The
Brain.
Who should be talking and telling about the problem? The brain. The brain. Okay? So we're going to practice this now. When your partner, you will be the brain first. So your pencil stays down. While partner, you are the hand. While partner, put your pencil in your hand. Whose mom's pencil is in his hand? You're not starting yet. Start with your greeting. You have 2 minutes. When you're done, place your pencil down and track me. Turn. Go. So you're in the brain, so your pencil is down. In the hand, and so now you're typing. Professionals and precious, she'll need to turn her voice off and put her eyes on me. Wherever you are, place your pencil down and hands free, eyes up to me. Professionals and Sydney, she'll need to turn her body to face me. Jerome's pencil is down, Jenny has his eyes around me. Okay. As I was going around, one thing I saw that was really positive was I saw scholars starting right away and not wasting any time. I want to highlight to Jamie and Akila's group right now. Can you guys give us an example of what you were saying to each other as you were teaching? And the reason I want to show this is Jamie was doing a really good job of stepwise and she was not writing. So track to Jamie. Just give us one of 2 things that you were saying. Go ahead. Loud.
The start is 0, and you would want to draw arrows going to the left because the Q value is 2.
Exactly. Pause. So Jerome, Malachi, and Jada, right now we're doing something super important. Track silently. Track silently to Jamie. Can you give one more piece of what you said?
Since 3 times -4 is 3 groups of -4, you're going to make 3 jumps, each will be -4.
Beautiful. Okay, teamwork credit to both Akila and to Jamie in the way that they work together and make sure that they have top quality work on their paper. Your work, to be clear, should look like this. 3 groups of -4, you should have a -12. Silent check if you and your partner had that. Tanya, give me a silent check. Chris, give me a silent check. Here's the raise the bar. As soon as you are done with number 1, what should be happening? So Jamie was the brain, Akila was the hand. What should be? Cindy, level one direction, pencil down, I need you here for this. What should be happening? Alana.
You should switch, like, Akila should be the brain and then Jamie should be the hand.
Exactly. So right now, if you are the wall partner, your pencil should be down. If you are the window partner, your pencil should be in your hand. You're working on number 2. Go. Rodney's pencil should be down. Professionals are head of swimming, his voice is off immediately, tracking right up to me. Kevin's voice is off immediately, tracking right up to me. Pencil down out of your hand, and adds up to me just like Kina, missing 2. Okay. I want to highlight a few things. First, compliment the entire team. I actually didn't even talk about voice volume, and you guys did such a great job that this past night I could come around. I could actually hear myself when I was speaking. Voice volume is super important. Hand in one direction, pencil down, tracking me. I want to highlight up to Lauren and Rodney's team. They have a teamwork credit. I watched very carefully that Rodney was doing the writing when it was his turn. His paper looks like this. Your answer should have been -34 with 2 groups of -17. He does boxes instead of it's fine. This is fine. Okay. I also noticed that as soon as they were done and went to number 3, Lauren said to him, she picked up her pencil, she switched, and she said to Rodney, now what do I do? So she immediately took on the role of the hand and immediately switched over to that. That was perfect. Okay. The last thing we do with partner work is we thank our partner. So we turn to our partner and say, thank you, partner. Go. Thank you, partner. And track back up to me. Professionalism to Chris. Professionalism to Michaela. As soon as I did that, they are checked right back onto me. Perfect. Silently turn to the next page and write this down. And by next page, I mean 2 pages. So where it says independent practice. Rodney is silently turning to independent practice. Cindy, you have 1 for your voice.